sad times in Golden State. They lost all 3 of their games this past week. They lose by 8 at home against Brooklyn on Monday. On Wednesday, they lose by 4 to OKC at home. And then they go down to Phoenix and they lose by 8 there on Saturday. They're currently in 4th place in the West. They're 12-7. Upcoming schedule, you're at Denver on Tuesday. You're home versus Houston on Thursday. And then you got Minnesota on Friday and Minnesota on Sunday. So both games in Golden State.
Sure. I
So
also,
yeah.
you know,
Go ahead.
this is kind of what I thought was gonna happen, and it's probably gonna happen a couple more times this season. This team, while it has very good depth and they play very good, but also you need an elite scorer consistently, and you're not going to get it with these guys. I'm sorry, Buddy Hield is a streaky shooter. You know, um, the Native American kid, I'm drawing a blank on this right now, that he keeps starting for some reason.
Lindy Waters.
He's a streaky shooter. Brandon Pozinski looks like he forgot how to shoot. He's doing the Ben Simmons route right now. Luckily, his defense is still there.
Yeah.
I mean, Steph needs a second shooter. Like Draymond is not a second shooter. Wiggins is guaranteed to get you 12 points a night, and he packs it in after that. There's just, unfortunately, there's too many role players on a team when this is one of those sports where you need the 2 or 3 superstars. So I expect them to rebound and get some wins. Of course, yeah, I expect them to be fighting in that. We all said 4th, 5th, 6th. That's kind of where we're seeing this team, right? So
yeah,
they're going to be fighting for that. They're going to drop down the seedings. Don't be shocked. They're probably going to lose a little bit more games in a row like this. It's not. It's just the way this team is constructed, unfortunately.
They're going to go hot and cold.
Yeah.
They'll go nuclear for a little bit, and then they're going to cool down. I got to sneeze coming, so go ahead and start talking while I mute it.
So we're looking at the next games here, right? So you're at Denver tomorrow or Tuesday. You come back home to play Houston on Thursday. Well, you got actually a home stand here. So Houston on Thursday, and then we're playing the Timberwolves on Friday, and not a back-to-back, but a baseball series here. You play Minnesota again on Sunday here. So Minnesota is not the team that it once was last season. I think that Cat trade is really showing to kind of be a detriment. I don't think Rudy Gobert was the guy that they were expecting him to be. It was a cap space for them, but it made no sense. It made absolutely zero sense to trade him.
Yeah. So for reference, the Timberwolves are currently sitting in 11th right now.
Mm-hmm.
They've really plummeted in the standings after that trade. That trade ended up not helping them.
Yeah, and then they turned around and paid Rudy Gobert. They gave him an extension, which I don't understand why you did that. Cat should have been the extension. Cat should have been the player. So, weird. I don't run the organization, but that's certainly not the move I would have done.
Yeah. I mean, Houston is they're in second right now. They're 15-6. So
they're a good team. Very good team.
Yeah, 2 games up on us right now. Yeah.
Denver is also one of those teams that it could be hot and cold. There's some nights where Russell Westbrook is Russell Brick, and there's some nights that he looks amazing. He looks like the triple threat guy that we've always known him.
The joke is Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
There it is.
So
yeah,
I mean,
expect to land in there. They're sitting in 9th right now.
Yeah, you could easily lose tomorrow, the next 2 games, and then split Minnesota. You could easily go,
1-3 over this week.
Yeah, exactly. So it wouldn't shock me at all. Not one bit. So
yeah, hope not. Hope they get it together. Obviously, I'd like to see them build up as many wins as possible, and then you got the NBA Cup, playoff parts, tournament part of it happening. I believe that'll be next week, and we can talk about that a little bit next week when that happens.
Right.
It's coming down the wire though. Warriors are going to go play in Vegas, so that's happening. It's just a question of who they're playing right now. We still don't know that yet.
Yeah, I think the Denver game is a playoff. I mean, the last one of the cup games. I think tomorrow is a cup game, if I'm not mistaken. They haven't played Denver yet, and Denver's definitely in that bracket with them.
Right. Yeah. So that'll be that, and then after that game, that's when everybody else will have all their seedings figured out, and then we'll go to Las Vegas and play a couple games.
Hey,
worst
See,
things have
it seems to be
happened.
a common theme: sports teams in Vegas.
Mhm. Yeah. Um, we don't know who the Warriors are playing in the in the bracket for the NBA Cup, but we do know who the Golden State Valkyries are going to be playing in 2025 because the new schedule dropped today. Uh,
I can't wait to see who our first pick is going to be. That's what I'm most excited
yeah,
about.
I know who's going to be sitting at number 5 for us. Yeah, and
Yeah,
who and
yeah.
who do they get in the expansion draft too? That's going to be a lot of fun to see, and that's probably coming up. I think it's coming up this week as well. So look out for that. But as for the schedule, the season starts on May 16th. They'll be at home against the LA Sparks. And then May has wraps up with 2 games versus the WNBA champions New York Liberty on May 27th and 29th in New York. There's 44 games in total for the schedule. They got 8 of 11 June games at home, and then they go in July. 8 of 10 games are on the road. So a lot of home cooking in June, a lot of takeout in July. 13 games in August. That's the busiest month. And there's 7 home, 6 away, so that's pretty evenly split there. Season wraps up with 5 games in September. The last one is on 9/11 at Minnesota. The last home game is 9/6 against Minnesota. So, so we've got a schedule. We're excited to see who's going to be on the team. That'll probably be at least the
I
first part of that's going to be solved this coming week. So that's
I
going to be
think I know. Well, this is my opinion. Okay, this is who I want them to draft, and I have been seeing a couple mock drafts, and it looks like it's going to happen. But keeping it, the name you should look out for is Lauren Betts. She is a
okay.
center from UCLA. She is
Okay.
an absolute beast, and she can shoot the ball and get into the post and get dirty if she has to. So that's the name I'm looking out for, and would be shocked if she's sitting there at number 5 for him.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's yeah, and the draft is not going to be happening until the end of the women's tournament.
Hmm.
The NCAA women's tournament. So that we've got some time to sit. There's going to be about 4 months to cool our heels a little bit between the expansion draft and then who else joins them in the rookie draft.
Right.
So yeah, that's just some really exciting news. Go follow go follow the team on socials, Instagram and Blue Sky and whatever else. So um one more note on the WNBA. Kelsey Plum is opting out of the Unrivaled 3 versus 3 league. She's quote taking some more time for herself for the offseason, is what she said in an Instagram story.
She's more than
So
welcome to be a point guard in Golden State.
yep, absolutely. We would welcome her with open arms. The jersey sales would skyrocket like crazy. Like at this point, that's kind of what we're waiting for. Is we're waiting for some players so that way we know what jerseys to buy at this point.
Hmm.
And the color scheme's pretty cool. I like the purple and the black. I think that it pops real nice. The lavender.